Andrea Bocelli, a voice that could move mountains, a soul that sang hope into the darkest corners of the world. His music has healed millions, but behind that divine voice lies a life filled with silent pain, loss, and unimaginable strength. Born in Italy, Andrea's world changed forever when a tragic accident at the age of 12 took his sight completely. Yet, instead of letting darkness define him, he turned it into his greatest source of light. He once said, "It's not the eyes that see, but the heart." Those words became his truth. But life didn't stop testing him there. As his fame grew, so did the loneliness that fame often brings. Behind every applause was a man who carried the weight of the world, balancing his gift to inspire millions while managing the quiet ache of personal loss and the constant fight to remain humble in a world that worships fame. There were nights when Andrea stood on stage, the crowd roaring, yet inside, he felt the echo of something missing, the soft laughter of moments lost to time, the memories of his childhood in Tuscany, the love that didn't last, and the dreams that fame could never replace. But through every heartbreak, Bocelli did something remarkable. He chose love. Love for life, for music, for God, and for the people who believed in him even when he couldn't see them. His voice became his vision, his faith became his sight, and his pain became his purpose. Today, at 66, Andrea Bocelli remains a living testament that tragedy does not define you. It refines you. His story is not just about blindness or loss. It's about how one man turned his suffering into symphonies and his sorrow into strength. So, as you listen to his songs or watch him perform, remember, every note carries a tear, a prayer, and a piece of his unbreakable spirit. Because Andrea Bocelli didn't just survive the darkness, he taught the world how to sing through it. As Andrea Bocelli grew older, life continued to test him in ways that no amount of fame or talent could soften. While the world celebrated his soaring voice and breathtaking performances, he faced struggles that few could see. Relationships faltered under the weight of his career, and moments of personal despair often haunted him in the quiet hours of the night. Friends and colleagues describe Andrea as a man of profound kindness, yet behind his warm smile lies a heart that has known loneliness in its purest form. He would often retreat into his music, finding solace in the melodies that had carried him from a small Tuscan village to the grandest stages of the world. On stage, his voice could break through the barriers of language, culture, and distance. But offstage, Andrea battled his inner fears, doubts, and memories of a childhood that changed forever when he lost his sight. Yet, every note he sang became a testament to resilience, a message that even in the face of tragedy, beauty can emerge. It is in this delicate balance between triumph and struggle that his story becomes so compelling. A man who conquered global stages while confronting personal shadows no one could hear. And as you follow his journey, you realize that Andrea Bocelli's greatest gift isn't just his music, but his ability to turn pain into inspiration for millions around the world. If his story touches your heart, remember to subscribe and honor his journey, because living through tragedy and turning it into light is a lesson worth sharing. There are quiet moments when Andrea Bocelli sits alone, the applause of thousands still ringing in his ears, yet he feels the weight of all he has endured. He reflects on the years of struggle, the nights spent questioning if he could ever belong in a world built for sighted people, and the constant challenge of balancing fame with his inner world. But even in these moments, his spirit remains unbroken. Every song he sings carries the essence of his journey, the pain, the hope, the longing, and the unwavering faith that life, despite its trials, is beautiful. Fans often marvel at his ability to make each performance feel intimate, as if he is singing directly to their hearts, and perhaps he is. For in every note, he shares the story of resilience, of turning obstacles into art, of finding light in darkness. Andrea Bocelli's tragedy is not just in what he has endured, but in the quiet reminders that even those who inspire millions wrestle with their own battles. It is a testament to human strength, a lesson that suffering can coexist with greatness, and that the deepest scars can create the most profound beauty. So as you watch and listen to him perform, remember that every note is more than music. It is the echo of a life shaped by courage, endurance, and the relentless pursuit of hope. If Andrea Bocelli's journey inspires you, honor his story by subscribing, liking, and sharing. Because his music and his resilience are gifts meant to touch every heart. Even now, at 66, Andrea Bocelli's life is a mixture of triumph and quiet sorrow. While the world sees the glimmering stages, sold-out arenas, and the accolades that line his walls, few understand the depth of his personal trials. He has loved and lost, faced challenges that would break most people, yet continues to rise with grace and humility. There are mornings when he wakes to the silence of his villa in Tuscany, the same silence that once made him feel isolated as a child, and he contemplates the fragility of life. His voice, which has brought joy to millions, is also his companion in solitude, echoing the stories of longing, heartbreak, and hope that have followed him for decades. Every performance becomes an intimate confession, every note a testament to resilience, every song a bridge connecting his inner struggles with the hearts of listeners worldwide. Andrea's tragedy is not about fame or fortune. It is about the human experience, the way life tests us, shapes us, and molds us into something greater. And yet, despite it all, he remains a symbol of beauty, courage, and the enduring power of music to heal. If this story moves you, honor Andrea Bocelli's journey by subscribing, liking, and sharing. Because his life reminds us all that even in heartbreak, there is something worth singing about. Andrea Bocelli's journey is a profound reminder that life's greatest tragedies can coexist with its most extraordinary triumphs. Even as the world applauds his genius and celebrates his voice, Andrea carries the quiet weight of loss, sacrifice, and personal struggle. Every note he sings is infused with the lessons of a life shaped by adversity. The pain of blindness, the isolation of youth, the loneliness that fame cannot erase, and the relentless pursuit of purpose. Yet through it all, he has found a way to transform suffering into beauty, to convert heartbreak into harmony, and to turn silence into a symphony that touches millions. Fans often say his music feels like a personal embrace, a connection that transcends time and distance. Because Andrea has learned to sing not just with his voice, but with his soul. And perhaps that is the greatest tragedy and triumph of all. A man who cannot see the world with his eyes, yet sees the deepest truths of the human heart. As you watch and listen, remember that Andrea Bocelli's story is more than fame or fortune. It is about resilience, hope, and the power of art to illuminate even the darkest moments. Honor his journey by subscribing, liking, and sharing. Because his life and music are lessons in courage, hope, and the power of the human spirit. Even today, Andrea Bocelli's life is a delicate balance between the spotlight and solitude, between fame and the intimate moments only he can feel. At 66, he reflects not only on the extraordinary achievements of his career, but also on the private struggles that have defined him. Nights are often the hardest, when the applause fades and the quiet settles in, reminding him of the fragility of life and the battles that still linger. Yet, it is in these moments of reflection that his true strength shines. Andrea has learned to embrace both his suffering and his joy, allowing each to shape the music that has captivated the world. His performances are not just concerts, they are confessions of resilience, love, and the human spirit. They remind us that tragedy does not diminish greatness, it amplifies it, giving depth and authenticity to every note. Andrea Bocelli's story teaches us that even when life is heartbreaking, it can also be beautiful, that challenges can create artistry, and that the human heart is capable of enduring far more than we imagine. If his journey inspires you, honor it by subscribing, liking, and sharing. Because his life and music are lessons in courage, hope, and the power of the human spirit. Andrea Bocelli's life at 66 is a testament to the power of perseverance, the beauty of resilience, and the triumph of the human spirit over adversity. While millions around the world know him for his heavenly voice and unforgettable performances, few truly understand the depth of his journey, a journey marked by loss, struggle, and silent battles that have tested him in ways fame could never shield. From losing his sight at a young age to navigating the complexities of love, family, and career, Andrea has faced tragedies that could have broken anyone else. Yet he transformed every challenge into music, every hardship into harmony, and every heartbreak into a lesson for the world. Those who have listened to him perform know that each note carries more than melody. It carries the story of a man who refused to let tragedy define him. Andrea Bocelli teaches us that life, no matter how painful, can be beautiful, that the human heart can endure, and that even in darkness, there is light waiting to be heard. So as you reflect on his story, remember that greatness is not measured by perfection or ease, but by the courage to rise above adversity and inspire others along the way.